Hello and welcome to this special discussion on possible uncertainty over a nationwide NRC. Is the centre backtracking on the nationwide NRC call? As the country continues to be on the edge over protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act combined with the NDA government's promise to go for a pan-India NRC, Prime Minister Narendra Modi appears to be backtracking on what Union Home Minister Amit Shah had promised as far as a nationwide NRC is concerned. Addressing a massive gathering in Delhi's Ram Leela Maidan yesterday, Prime Minister Modi said his government has never discussed anything about an NRC in any forum, including in the parliament. In fact, Modi went on to the extent of saying that even the Assam NRC was monitored by the Supreme Court and the government had to implement it. This has led to a massive speculation with the opposition trying to corner the centre on the issue. Before we move ahead, let's listen into what Prime Minister Modi exactly said on the nationwide NRC.
NRC इसका भी ऐसा झूठ चलाया जा रहा है। ये कांग्रेस में जमाने में बना था, तब सोए थे क्या? हमने तो बनाया नहीं, पार्लियामेंट में आया नहीं, न कैबिनेट में आया है, न उसके कोई नियम कायदे बने हैं। हवा खड़ा किया जा रहा है। और मैंने पहले ही बताया, इसी सत्र में आप लोगों को जमीन और घर का अधिकार दे रहे हैं, न कोई धर्म जाति पूछते हैं, तो क्या दूसरा कानून आपको निकाल देने के लिए करेंगे क्या? बच्चे जैसी बातें करते हो, झूठ चलाए जा रहे हो। मेरी सरकार आने के बाद 2014 से आज तक मैं 130 करोड़ देशवासियों को कहना चाहता हूं, कहीं पर भी एनआरसी शब्द पर कोई चर्चा नहीं हुई है, कोई बात नहीं हुई है। सिर्फ सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जब कहा तो सिर्फ आसाम के लिए करना पड़ा। क्या बातें कर रहे हो? झूठ फैलाया जा रहा है।
Not only this, Donor Minister Jitendra Singh too hinted that the nationwide NRC may be in the back burner for now. Let's listen in.
Whenever NRC happens or does not happen, it has to go through a due process laid down by the Constitution of India. So I don't know why this fear and why this kind of a fear-mongering happening, which has sought to create a fear psychosis. And then I would pointedly say that there is no correlation at all between CAA and NRC. And first of all, we must dispel this impression. We should not try to link the two and then try to denigrate CAA by using the name of NRC. So first, let's separate the two issues, the two subjects, and let's first discuss the CAA and try to address what have they to say about CAA, and we have the answer for that. So you are changing the goalposts. So let's concentrate on CAA as of now, which is at hand. NRC is not under discussion, and therefore there is no point talking about it.
Now, the nationwide NRC decision had been welcomed by most Northeast states, but if it is scrapped now at all, will these states seek a similar exercise, an NRC-like exercise, which has been the demand for quite some time? And what about Assam, where the current government, the current state government, has already rejected the recent NRC exercise and was looking forward to be under the nationwide NRC? Let's listen into what top BJP leader from the region and senior Assam Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma had to say on this.
দেশৰ আৰু অসমৰ কথাটো বেলেগ। অসমত এনআৰসি সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টত আছে। অসমৰ এনআৰসিৰ দাবীটো ৰাজ্যৰ দাবী। দেশ ভিত্তিত প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াই কোৱা কথাটো আৰু অসমৰ কথাটো সুকিয়া। অসমত উচ্চতম ন্যায়ালয়ত অহা কোনবা দিনাখনো কেছটো আহিব। উচ্চতম ন্যায়ালয়ে যদি কয় যে আকৌ নতুনকৈ কৰিব লাগিব, যদি নতুনকৈ নহয় বুলি কয়, অসমকটো আৰু এনেকে আমি এৰি দিব নোৱাৰো বিদেশীৰ হাতত। গতিকে ভাৰত চৰকাৰক গৈ আমি অনুৰোধ কৰিব লাগিব যে অসমৰ এনআৰচিৰ যিটো প্ৰক্ৰিয়া, যিটো আধাত ৰখি গ'ল, সেইটো যাতে সম্পূৰ্ণ কৰা হয়। কাৰণ এতিয়াতো এই মানুহখিনি ক'ত যাব NRC নটিফাই হোৱা নাই ট্ৰিবিউনেলত যাব ক'ত যাব যিখিনি মানে ভুল লিজেসি ডাটা দিলে তেওঁলোকক কেনেকৈ শাস্তি লোৱা হ'ব গতিকে কালি প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰীৰ ভাষণটো ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় প্ৰেক্ষাপটত চাব লাগে ৰাজ্যিক প্ৰেক্ষাপটটো আমাৰ সদায় বেলেগ যদি সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টে যদি ৰিভিজন অৰ্ডাৰ দিয়ে তেতিয়া ভাল কিন্তু এজ অফ নাও যিখন NRC কৰা হৈছে তাত আমি সন্তুষ্ট নহয়
Clearly, this has created a confusion in the minds of the people as far as the call for nationwide NRC is concerned. The opposition, meanwhile, may be looking at it as a victory of sorts. To take the discussion forward, I am being joined by R.K. Somorjit, spokesperson of the BJP from Imphal, Manipur. Also joining me from Imphal is K. Devabrata, the spokesperson of the Congress. In the studios, I have with me Abhinav Borbora, a political thinker. And I'll also be joined over the phone by Dr. Prasanjit Biswas from Nehu, Shillong. If I can come to R.K. Somorjit first. R.K. Somorjit, the center, the BJP government in the center looked very determined to go ahead with the nationwide NRC process. And yesterday we have the Prime Minister saying that NRC was not discussed in any of the forums. Now the question here is that the Northeast states, the states in the Northeast, including Manipur, were also looking forward to an NRC-like exercise to detect illegal migrants. If the nationwide NRC does not happen now, though nobody has said that it is not going to happen, but if it does not happen, will states like Manipur demand a similar exercise for the detection of illegal migrants? Or do you think with ILP, with the extension of ILP, that will be taken care of? R.K. Somorjit.
Yeah, Mr. Goswami, Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Biren, trying very hard and as well as he is going to process about the NRC, okay, but this is not time of NRC, it is particularly CAB is there in the center and people are doing CAB first of all and NRC will be the second part. But in the context of Manipur, the CSOs and other political party, we are trying to cooperate each other and process will be going on as soon as possible because this is a complicated area where it took take time. However, for sorting out, we are making who's and who will be identified and make it possible to make NRC is a very brightful way. In the meantime, Mr. Biren is talking with official people. I heard it from source of mine that he will started these things on 27, something like that of this month to be started about the NRC. Therefore, there is no question of this NRC can be effected or not effected is not a concern. This is a high time for CAA. So let us
first.
talk in the CAA.
CAA first, says the Manipur BJP spokesperson. K. Devabrata, do you think it is due to the wake in the wake of the protests across the nation? Do you think the center has come under pressure due to which it has been forced to give such a remark because the protesters were also mixing up CAA with NRC? So, as the opposition, do you see this as a victory?
Yes, we have put BJP in a big confusion. The Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Donor Minister both are denying that NRC is going to be implemented, whereas on the other hand, BJP Home Minister Sri Amit Shah, he is insisting on an early NRC of the whole country. At the same time, Hemant Biswa Sharma of Assam is also insisting that the NRC that was monitored and being implemented through the Supreme Court supervision will be scrapped and will not be taken by the state government. And at the same time, he was asking for a nationwide NRC on the basis of which he took many stand and he put the people of the Assam as well.
No, the Assam government has said they will move the Supreme. They will move the Supreme Court. It is on. It depends on the Supreme Court to take a call.
Let us see, let us see what Supreme Court respond to it, and according to the law will come. The law has to come from the Supreme Court only because they are monitoring the NRC Assam. We have been looking at NRC Assam, how it is implemented, how it will affect the state and how it will be implemented in the state, other state of Northeast India, including Manipur. We have been hopefully looking at NRC Assam. But at the last stage, when it is being published, the state government rejecting it. It is very unfortunate. And we, in fact, feel a little bit comfortable hearing Honorable Prime Minister and the Donor Minister that NRC, nationwide NRC may come, may not come. But this is a confusion because recently Amit Shah ji insisted on NRC, and it should not be done like that because Supreme Court is the highest court of the country. It is implementing the law, interpreting the law, the Constitution. They have to oblige the Supreme Court.
This is a different issue here. The center wanted to go for the nationwide NRC. I'd come to Avinav Borbora in the studios. Avinav, you know, there was a growing clamor for a nationwide NRC within the BJP, and certainly we have the Prime Minister saying yesterday that there has been no discussion whatsoever as far as a nationwide NRC is concerned, be it in the Parliament or in the Union Cabinet. So these are all sort of rumors, opposition trying to create confusion among the masses. Do you think the centre is clearly seen budging under pressure of the anti-CAA protests?
I think you are very correct that the Prime Minister's comment has drawn a lot of traction, and even today's discussion is a product of his comment and the reactions that have followed it. But personally, I am not very surprised with the comment that the Prime Minister has made. If you look at the BJP traditionally, you would see that the BJP leadership has always chosen to speak in dual voices. There would be a hardline Hindutva voice, a polarizing voice, which would push for exercises like NRC, and then there would be a soft voice, a reconciliating voice, which would try to address the fears and the discontent that is generated by such discriminatory exercises. And I think the Prime Minister's comment, therefore, is part of this political strategy of the BJP. At the same time, if we infer deeper into why he made the comment as he did, I think we can also decipher a frank admission about the undesirability of the process, and also we can understand that perhaps the BJP is also now understanding the discontent that has been generated by this process, and therefore they are now trying to disassociate themselves from this exercise right before the elections. That is how I look at it.
R.K. Samarjit, you are well aware of the NRC exercise in Assam. It took a long time, a lot of resources required, and still at the end of the day, we have an exercise, a massive exercise where nobody seems to be satisfied with it. So, do you think under those circumstances, the Union Home Minister even making the call for a nationwide NRC, it looked like something that is near impossible to pull off? And perhaps, yes, the BJP is slowly realizing it and doesn't want to really go much into it, especially in the wake of the resistance that it is facing as far as the Citizenship Amendment Act is concerned.
See, you are asking in two ways, but let me first clarify about the NRC. In Assam, it is subject to correction. 19 lakhs and some 47,000 NRC was defined by the government of Assam under the provision of Supreme Court order and all those things. In the meantime, when you see into the matter of this 1971 Accord Assam, it was done in 1985 during the time of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Sargya Rajiv Gandhi ji with dignitaries of the Assam. On those days, Mr. Prafullo Kumar Mohanto was also this General Secretary of the ASU and all those things. From the beginning of that up to the end of 2014, when you see the ups and downs of the provision at there are certain lapses are there technically so far, about 15-20 years. So when this NRC started in the state of Assam, whatever my friend Mr. Devebrata also mentioned, we should pinpoint the matter very seriously because at that time it was a blah blah of signatories. When actually it
okay,
happened
RK
in
Samarjit,
Assam,
RK
the
Samarjit,
feeling of the Assamese, I know.
RK Samarjit, just hold on, just hold on. I'm being joined over the phone by ASU Chief Advisor Samujal Bhattacharya. Thank you, Mr. Samujal Bhattacharya, for speaking to Northeast Live. My question, the centre, the BJP-led government in the centre is now saying that it never discussed a nationwide NRC in any forum, be it the parliament or be it the union cabinet. That means we may believe that there may not be any nationwide NRC, which means there will not be a repeat of the NRC exercise in Assam as well. So under these conditions, would the ASU want another NRC-like exercise? Because clearly nobody is satisfied with the current exercise, current NRC exercise that ended this year. What is your take on that?
Yeah, there's two parts. There are two parts. Part number one, when the final draft was published, where it's popular in actual state, on the day the Home Minister has stated that we are cut to the
I think we have an audio problem.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. And some government has said that it's a historical document. So there was and this is the whole election we have Savitra has. And this is the president, he expected some it, we have the house division and there will be NRC for the country. And that the result for
I think we have a problem. We have a problem with the line there. We'll try and reconnect to Mr. Bhattacharya. Yes, Avinav, clearly the Northeast states, each one of the Northeast states wanted an NRC-like exercise to detect illegal migrants. If at all the nationwide NRC doesn't happen, do you think there will be another fresh demand, or do you think with ILP being extended to most of the states, that demand is now being negated? Or would we see another fresh demand for, if not technically an NRC, a similar exercise in the states so that they go ahead and identify the quote-unquote illegal migrants who are there currently?
Like you have rightly pointed out that the NRC is a product of a long-standing demand of the indigenous populations and their representatives to have a bureaucratically administered way of understanding who the citizens of the region actually are, so that it facilitates the detection of illegal migrants in the future. But if you see the problem, the exercise in the way that was designed and in the way that was implemented was fraught with a number of excesses which had caused a lot of difficulties.
Okay, Avinav, we have Samujal Bhattacharya, ASU Chief Advisor, connected again over the phone. Mr. Bhattacharya, if you can hear me, the Assam government has said it will move the Supreme Court for a revision of the NRC exercise. The centre is saying that it has not discussed the nationwide NRC exercise in any forum, be it the parliament or in the union cabinet, which means the nationwide NRC may not happen. But nobody seems to be satisfied with the NRC exercise in Assam, with the results that it gave out. So will the ASU back the Assam government? Does the ASU also want a re-verification, a revision of the NRC exercise in Assam? What is your stand on this?
See, there are two parts. Part number one, Assam NRC. So when the final draft was out, where the 40 lakh names were excluded, on that day, the present Home Minister Amit Shah has stated in the Parliament that we have touched, we did it. हमारा हिम्मत है, हम करके दिखाया. Assam government has said it's a historical document. So both central and state government have owned the NRC. Then after that, during the parliamentary election, the Home Minister, the present Home Minister, during his campaign, he said that in Assam, 40 lakhs names were excluded, foreigners' names were excluded, so we'll deport them. And there will be NRC throughout the country. So it was their campaign during the parliament election also. But when the final NRC was asked, then the Assam government had rejected the NRC. But the central government, their external affairs minister, had said to the court, Assam NRC, as per law of the country, it is monitored by the Supreme Court of India. Contradictory statement on the part of the central government and state government regarding Assam NRC. ASU's stand is very clear that it is as per Assam Accord, it is as per law of the country, it is monitored by Supreme Court of India. We are not happy with the results of the NRC. We have expected more. We are not running up to the number, but we have expected more. So there are some errors in the NRC, and we are appealing before the Supreme Court of India for remedial measures. We want a verification, for re-examination of the NRC. So we are waiting for the result from the Supreme Court of India. On 6th of January, there will be hearing on NRC at Supreme Court of India. Regarding the national NRC, the Northeast Student Organization long back, and NASO is demanding NRC for whole of Northeast. The modality may differ state-wise, but we need NRC for Northeast. But on the national context, this time the Honorable President of India, during his speech in the Joint Parliamentary Session, he said there will be nationwide NRC. Second, the Home Minister of the country, Amit Shah, has said in the Parliament and in the public also that there will be nationwide NRC. Now, yesterday, Prime Minister has said it was not discussed. It's a contradictory statement in between President of the country, Prime Minister of the country, and Home Minister of the country. And there are provisions. There are provisions in the law how to make NRC for whole of India, and there is a special provision for the state of Assam to update NRC, because NRC is not a new thing for state of Assam.
Absolutely.
We had NRC in 1951. It is updated as per Assam Accord, taking 71 as a cut-off date.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Samajal Bhattacharya, for your perspectives on that. We also have Abhijit Sharma, Chairperson of Assam Public Works, over the phone. Abhijit Sharma, you have been in the forefront, thick of things as far as the Assam NRC is concerned, and you also wanted a revision of the entire exercise. Now the centre is now saying that nationwide NRC may not happen because it has not been discussed in any forum. If the nationwide NRC would have happened, obviously the NRC exercise in Assam would also have been repeated. Now if that doesn't happen, does it make Assam's case stronger for the entire exercise to be repeated once again? What do you say on this?
See, 10 years before, when we filed this case in the Supreme Court, Assam Public Works versus Union of India, and after 10 years, on 31st of August 2019, we got a number, and that number is a very less number, and on that very day, we rejected this NRC. But if you go to the history, then we have to say that 24th August 2018 till 1st August 2019, during this 1 year period, we have filed more than 6 affidavits for re-verification. And we have submitted some various anomalies, how these jihadis names entered in the NRC, how these Bangladeshis, they succeeded to enter the name in the NRC with fake documents, legacy trading, and many other issues. But court didn't take it seriously and rejected our file, our affidavit. But again, recently, we have submitted one more affidavit to the Supreme Court stating that as on 13th August 2019, the then Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi in its order has said that this NRC will be completed only after the cases going on in the Constitution bench. One is 562/2012. That is Sangmilita Mahasangha's case, whether it is 1951 or 1971. And the other one is 311/2015. It's Deepak Kumar Nath. The court clearly says that this NRC will be completed only after the judgment of the 2 pending cases in the Constitution bench. So we are saying to the Supreme Court, let's wait for that 2 cases. And for the time being, do an inquiry by a CBI, NIA, and ED over the anomalies and the corruption held on the 1,600 crore and accuse the person who ran away from Assam, Mr. Hajela, taking the support from the Supreme Court. These are the things. Now, if we say about national NRC, whatever it is the pan-India NRC or the Assam NRC, it depends on the central government they want to do or not. But regarding Assam, we are concerned about the Assam purpose. We are saying that first, we think the judgment will come to the people of Assam only
Okay.
after the 2 pending cases in the
Okay.
constitution bench and an inquiry over the whole corruption. A
Okay.
state has given
Okay.
a report
Okay.
that
Thank you.
more than 100 crore corruption
Yes.
is there. So I think that before coming to the past NRC, we should go for the inquiry and we should scrap this NRC.
Point taken. Point taken. Thank you, Mr. Abhijit Sharma. We are running out of time, short of time here. Avina Barbara, clearly, if the national NRC would have happened, you know, and the entire exercise probably would have been repeated in Assam, and it would have put to rest a lot of these speculations and demands. Now that it is not happening, or we cannot say it's not happening, but it seems to be in the back burner for now. Do you think that makes the situation that much more complex as far as Assam is concerned, where nobody seems to be happy with the recently concluded NRC exercise?
Look, I think both the presidents of the respective organizations, they cited that they were not happy with the NRC because they were expecting a higher number.
Absolutely.
Now, from where, on what basis is their assumption resting? Because as you know, in the history of Assam, we do not have any preliminary estimate of the number of illegal immigrants who are living in the northeast or who are living in Assam. And therefore, this entire basis and the entire exercise and the entire nationalistic discourse in Assam has been driven by speculations and have been driven by certain assumptions that have been floating around in our civil society. NRC is a deeply problematic process, and the repeat of this process would come at a great human cost. If the NRC is not repeated and a re-verification is not repeated, I think that would be in the interest of the marginal sections who are living across the northeast, especially in Assam as well.
I'm sure a lot of people will have issues with what you just said, that a repeat may not be in the interest of Assam, but clearly, well, with the nationwide NRC going to the back burner now, Assam will be on its toes to see what to do with its own NRC that just took place and what can be done going forward. I'm afraid I'm running short of time. Thank you so much, my guests from Imphal, K. Devabrata and R.K. Samarjeet and Avina Barbara in the studios. Let's hope things shape up well. That's a wrap of this show.